Look at us, look at our big beefy boy. So much beef and edge. Oh, that just gets me right in the nostalgia chamber of my heart and brain, too. Darksiders. Darksiders. So yeah, I just felt like playing Darksiders 1, the War Mastered Edition, of course, on Steam. This is brought to you in glorious 4K. We will catch War embarrassing himself with all his follies in 4K. I'll be happy to do this for you all out there today. You could be anywhere in the world, but even on the eve of the apocalypse, you're here with me. And I appreciate that.
Since the dawn of time, the armies of heaven and hell have waged an endless war.
Drama! Look how much cooler the demons are. Jeez. Yeah, those are heroes. I love this Joe Mad art of Adam and Eve is like, they look super cool. The Bible could never be that cool. Now, if I recall, this opening CG animation is like pretty incredible looking for 2009, 2010, I believe this was released. Yeah, started 2010, I'm pretty sure. Didn't like a gigantic meteor miss us by like 9 days or some shit this year? I don't know. I'm not paying attention. I have Twitter calm on, so I don't see any of that shit. I just see little bits of it. Oh, imagine if the meteors were this stuff. Imagine these two clowns from heaven and hell were like fighting. Oh, that'd be so much cooler. Oh? I mean, I'd take a look. I'd take a look in the crater, right? Why wouldn't I? Hell 1, Heaven 0. Oh yeah, those little critters. Those are regular enemies. The bus will protect you. Nice Wilhelm scream at the last second there. It's subtle. Great camera placement inside the bus. Who's that? Oh, Dad, who that be? I think out of like almost any video game franchise, like War and I guess all four of them, maybe not Strife because he's a bit more of a goof, but like War, Death, and Fury. War, Death, and Fury have to be the most edgiest, well-known video game protagonists. I'm sure there's people in like, I don't know, Thrill Kill that are more edgy or whatever. It's not hard to play Darksiders. It is like light attack or like sword attack, and then like secondary weapon attack, and then like grab, and then like jump and dash. Combos are not complicated. They get more complicated in Darksiders 2 for sure. Lock-on is really key. It's a really nice lock-on system where vignettes at the top. Oh god. I forgot about a Chaos Form. I honestly always forget about the start of this game and how you have everything. But then Adam, God, I guess, tells you,
nope. Take all that fun shit away.
I'm a good guy. I'm helping you. Let me help, please. But yeah, this always struck me as a very God of War opening level. How most God of Wars start up with like an incredible opening section, and then typically put you in a more neutral environment where you're just doing things by the book. But here it's just this is Armageddon times, WWF Armageddon. Chaos Form, you almost always get it like pretty late into the. As far as I can remember, you get it pretty late into this one. I can't remember how it is at Darksiders 2 because I've only played up until like the 80% point into Darksiders 2 over the course of like the last 10 years. Every time it's re-released, I get a little bit farther, but then I always stop because it's the last half of that game is not what I'd say great. That's the interesting thing that I'm going to talk about, certainly in Darksiders, because like all three main games, and I guess if you count Genesis too, but Genesis is like much more consistent. Oh shit, I forgot. I get everything taken away from me slowly. All of the main games, the first three at least, they all have these things about them like, I love this about them. Oh, that's so good. Oh, I remember that part. That's so awesome. And then there's going to be like 2 or 3 parts where I'm like, that was less good. I had problems with that. I wasn't really a fan of that. And this one certainly has that stuff. But I'll talk about it as I go. So yeah, the execution kills, right? It's like a minor thing, but I'd say most of those execution kills, like they're fast enough. They're over very quickly. There's some for some bigger enemies where I'm like, I think they kind of go on a little long. Like God of War they're very snappy for the most part. But some of the animations are really good. They're nice and smooth and elaborate. Big ups to Vigil / Airship Syndicate nowadays / Gunfire Games. Oh, come on, I want to pick them up. I'll just buzz Tom. So yeah, a lot of them are really elaborate, and some just I'm like, okay, come on, let's get it over with. But for the minor enemies, they're usually pretty fast, and that's where you're going to be killing the most. Demonic growth. It's very. I don't. J'aime pas ça. Yeah. Ugh. No. Bad demonic growth. Yeah, what's a cool thing generally in Darksiders, at least this one, not so much the second, is that you'll see lots of events happening in certain sequences, especially when you get to the first, well, here for sure, but especially when you get to Eaten again! Okay, I hope we don't get eaten again. In the first dungeon, you'll see like a constant battle between 2 creatures that tears up that dungeon as you go through it, which is cool. It happens in a few other sequences as far as I remember, but this is like the main one. And like Darksiders really, to me, this first one at the very least represents like my personal, what I think of when I think of the 7th generation of video games. Like fighting games, not so much. Like character action, not so much. Like this is not a character action game. It has some elements of it, certainly, but it's more like a straight action adventure. Right? Like there's a lot more stuff that you do versus like say, a Bayonetta or like even a Dante's Inferno. God. Dante's Inferno, God of War 3, Bayonetta 1, and this all came out within like the first 3 months of 2010. Think about it, we're eating good. I was just chewing on those action games. Look at us, look at our big beefy boy. So much beef and edge. I'm not sure if any of you out there have watched the Darksiders documentary. It's like here's what I'm talking about. It's a documentary on YouTube where they kind of go through the creation of this game and seeing for like the first War 1.0, their first version of War, where he's like, oh shit. War is like this like RoboCop looking dude. Like he's all silver and metal and like kind of blah looking. This War's cool. I like how stumpy and chunky he be. I think that makes sense. Very superhero gamey. Here, very Hulk. You definitely get a Hulk feel from War. Like he's not as quick as a lot of other protagoni in various games, right? No, he's got some heft to him. Certainly some strength, all of that shit. Oh, I remember there's some cool kill animations for the angels. Angels, nerds of the cosmos. Hey, Heaven, do you have cool demon babes with little horns and like fishnet stockings and they look all devilish? No, you don't? Well, you lose then. Hell's got plenty of that. Hell's got Lilith, I forgot. Lilith, extremely underutilized character. She appears a little bit in Darksiders 3 and Genesis? No, she appears a little bit in Darksiders 2 and Genesis. I can't remember now. She was in the prequel comic for this. That's all I remember. Loser. Who's this? Abaddon? Gabriel? McNerd Feather Duster? That's a great shot. Not doing so hot. Ah, look how cool he is.
Impossible. Abaddon. What is this?
My lord!
Forget her name. Angela. Tiffany, something like that.
How did this happen? I answer the call.
So it's a little confusing, but basically the four horsemen can't actually show up and start Armageddon proper until all of the seals are been broken. And it seemed like the last one was not broken. The seventh one, in fact. But War showed up regardless. And War is just doing his job. He's like, no, someone called me, I showed up. But the other three horsemen are just not here. It only took him until now to be like, wait, where are they? So it's very nice that this boss, who weirdly enough is not really named until like later, and he's the Destroyer, which is a very memorable name. He just shows up, just all piss and vinegar, and we're just, okay, I guess we gotta fight him. The ending of the game is something I remember the last shot of the game for sure, but about who is behind the plot and why is still a little in my memory. I'm just kind of, I'm just trying to remember it, and it's not, oh, this is a cool bit. Just the placement of the camera here and just how he moves the entire street is pretty badass. We'll do his little fire things, and we'll throw more cards at him until he dies. Sorry, he doesn't even die. If you can notice, he doesn't even get a life bar. So many taxis in New York City. That would be the main weapon you use. Oh, yeah, get in there. And while the War Mastered version is probably doing a pretty decent job of making this game look better than it did back on the 360 and PS3, it's still really impressive visually just from a core art and polygon pushing perspective. Considering this is Vigil's first ever game, it was like a brand new team that a lot of them hadn't even like fully shipped a game yet. Some leads I'm sure did. Just the whole world of it and the scale of a lot of sections of the game is just pretty darn impressive. Yeah, throw some cars, please. Need some cars. Thank you. Oh, can I get like 2 card shots in there? Ooh. Oh, no, I cannot. Alright, cool. Finish him. Oh. Someone's tooting that horn. Too much tooting. Oh. Disrespect backhand.
Has been broken.
And that's the end of our story. I hope you enjoyed this Let's Play of Darksiders. I had a good... Oh, right. It continues.
You forget your post, horseman. You forget the law.
They're trying to cancel war.
The 7 seals are hidden, as they have been since the pact was forged eons ago.
Fancy.
All of them intact. There was no call. Fighting off the chaos you
That's not true.
I fought powerless against
It's
the
bullshit.
demons.
I did not.
Likely the destroyer cast you aside when he was finished.
Yeah, but if I did it, I would have done a lot better. I would have told the story in a way that doesn't make me seem like a loser.
I will punish the ones responsible.
How? What hope do you have against the destroyer's armies? You are powerless.
This is true.
Then I will fail, and the demons will have carried out your sentence.
Very well. You will return to the earth.
All right. How could I forget?
Whatever is bound to you, it will ensure your loyalty.
So that part, it's like, no, that happens in the cutscene. We don't have to do that. But now we have to, like, go pick up our sword. Look how cute my dude is. So cute. It's angry, you see, because it's got angry faces on it. This looks really cool though, walking up here and picking up the edgy Master Sword. Nice. One thing I remember about this game is that it takes a long time before you get actually really powerful. It just takes a lot of grinding to grind your weapons out so they become more powerful. I remember that being one of the balancing issues that I personally had with this game. Not Volgrim, fine. I saw the poster for Eden 2, Eden again. I love it. That will always stand. That will always be there on Earth. But where is the council if I come from the sky?
Looks like our trajectory was a little off. Until this is over, you're a dog on a leash. I say
he's literally baring his teeth, but... Alright, here we are at the Seraphim Hotel. You can always find a good night at the Seraphim Hotel, I know what I'm saying. So, yeah, this is our kind of first open-ish area. We can summon Mark Hamill at the push of a button. Hi.
Council ordered you to seek out Vulgrim, so start seeking.
Okay, I found him. There he is.
Greetings.
Phil Lamar as Vulgrim. This is a bong that I have particular interest in. You get all your shit from Vulgrim, right? You get special moves like sword attacks and leveling up said sword attacks, and extra weapons, and some other stuff, right? So I always felt that the uptick in prices versus how long it takes to get currency was like a little on the extreme side. Like, I remember grinding towards the end of this game just to, like, get all the stuff I wanted, which is, like, kind of a good thing, but also bad because I just never felt I got, like, super powerful, like, compared to other games. But I was kind of in my head thinking of God of War, Devil May Cry, which those games you get uber powerful, you know, pretty quickly. You get lots of stuff. But a lot of War's things are incremental. Like, you get a few special sword swipes here and there, but actually doing raw damage and your wrath abilities, your special moves, and leveling up your health and stuff, I always felt that stuff was more of a grind. Now, there is souls currency in shit. Inside crows, people that have died inside lampposts. I never really understood that. Fire hydrants, people that are trapped in there. And some enemies, but enemies mostly give a lot of... other stuff depending on it. Like, yeah, that one more health than anything. I didn't really need health right there, but that's fine. That's a blocked pathway. We do not have our chili mitts. I forget what it is. I think it's chili mitts.
Ah, I see you have collected the chili mitts, War. That's too much.
War is a very good swimmer. You can see, you think you'd sink right to the bottom, but no. The swimming controls is so good. Is so good in this game. It's just very fluid. Having just played Donkey Kong 64 not too while ago and the swimming controls are atrocious, it's a remarkable step up. So the other little thing is that War's got this dash, right? But there's a huge cooldown on that dash. You can't cancel into it, and you can't cancel out of that ending animation. So this is War's regular running speed, and I do find for the huge expanses you have to go through, it's too slow, right? I often feel like, oh god, it's gonna take forever to get back there, and yeah, that's mostly true. There's no dash, run from there. In Darksiders 3, for example, while you're running around as Fury, you can click a button, then she actually starts to run a bit faster. And I felt that was like a huge change. And in Darksiders 2, it doesn't really matter because you have your horse almost at all times, and death is generally, pretty quick. So I never found it an issue there. But in this one, I do wish War was sped up. Or in this War Mastered version, just the ability to click into a stick and he just pick up the pace a little bit would have been a great quality of life improvement. Anyway, what's out of here? Oh, some bigger, brighter, hellier soldiers. Like a very nice step up in threat level compared to the zombies that are just hanging around. Oh, it's that dude back there. That was that big noise I heard earlier. These dudes are kind of fun to fight because they are a threat, but their attacks are kind of also easy to get around. Ah, shit. If you time your uppercut well, you kind of clear their ground-based attacks. Let's see if I can time it right. Yeah, right there. That's good. Air dash is cool. I'm not sure if we can... I think there's ways... Oh, this is really cool animation, though. With the look back, though! That's what gets me, the look back. What's weird is that, as I'm playing this, I don't remember if we even get our horse. We must, right? Because you don't get your horse in Darksiders 3. Your horse appears, but you don't really get to ride it. You do get your horse all the time in Darksiders 2, but now I'm trying to remember if your horse appears in this at all. It hasn't been a long time. I think it might be in like a later thing, or there's just specific sequences where you can ride your horse. Oh man, it's been a while since I played this. What? It's been 22 years. 12 years? Yeah, 12 years. Actually doesn't seem that long when I think about it. But the key thing about Darksiders, though, is that even though I was saying how it takes a while to level up, when you do get like a really cool piece of gear or a life stone to upgrade your health, you're like, oh yeah, it feels really good to get that stuff in this game especially. I mean, it has that Metroid Zelda sort of feel, which is what they were going for, at least with the Zelda stuff. So I think we just have to toot our horn up here. Toot! Big farty trumpet.
Awakened at last from the dreamless sleep.
Hi, Treebeard.
We are free.
No, free while the Destroyer still breathes.
The Destroyer sounds like a cool dude.
Destroy must bring freedom.
He's just blocking the way into a building from the front door. But look at the scale of it. This game does suffer from some of those like God of War things, like literally, you know, just based on level design and how powerful your character is. Like you could jump that easily. There's no reason why you can't crawl up that, you know, just a limitation of what the game was designed for, I know. But when you're like a horseman of the apocalypse, goddamn war, and you're just chopping benches and armoires to get people's souls that have died in those armoires. Whoops. So I think the big stink monsters are here. They're very smelly. They're just fat guys that are on fire, which I respect. Can't really do the same trick, I don't think, as the big guys out back. I think this dude's reach is good enough. But after we hit him for a little bit more, he's gonna get Trey Fache super pissed. There he is. Oh. Good enemy archetype though. So what's nice about the zombies is that you can always just throw them. The lowest of the low enemies will always let you just kill them super quick. And it really sells War. It sells him as a big hoss, you know? So yeah, you are encouraged to teleport back to these areas when you have your equipment, just to get more upgrades and stuff. God. So I'm still playing Ragnarok right now, but it's like now I kind of want to play this. Yeah, it was cool once. Yeah, and that's a special move, the Blade Geyser. Again, I'm sorry if people know this game well enough that are watching. They're like, yes, Matt, I know all this stuff, and you're wrong about a lot of it. You know, that's fair. That happens. But for what I do remember, and for those that are new, you don't know the difference. Yeah. I love swimming. He feels at home at the water. He's like a dolphin. He's like a dolphin that loves war. So in that Darksiders documentary, it took them all up until they had finished the very first dungeon and like finished it before they're like, oh, this is what the game we're making was. It wasn't really coalescing. They needed to finish the first full dungeon, you know, your Zelda dungeon, temple, whatever you want to call it. And they had to get all those mechanics working. They're like, okay, now we understand what we want to do. We want to have all of these dungeons, multiple dungeons, and for them to be themed. That's what we're going to build off of, and that's the main thing. Because originally, I'm probably going to make a video about this. Not what happened, because the whole series is interesting, and while none of the games had like really disastrous dev cycles, they all had issues, especially Darksiders 2. But this game was going to be a 4-player online co-op game, where all 4 players controlled a Horseman of the Apocalypse. And then they had to scale that back because they're like, that's really ambitious for our first game ever. So they had to scale that back and like, well, let's just make it based on one character. Let's just make a more straightforward action-adventure thing. And they settled on this like neat, like kind of just, you know, edgy Zelda game. More platforming than a Zelda game, though, I'd say. The platforming is very Prince of Persia for the most part, and again, not as skill based as that, but close. It also the weight of everything when you play this game. Like when I smashed the dude with the car, he just went flying, and he had like great height, lots of air time. It just really sells the car smash. Nice. All right. Yeah, let's pick up more cars. Just make sure weapons all over. Somebody over there. Hello. You too. So yeah, combo stuff is not that crazy at the moment. When you get a second weapon on your other button, I think it's Y. But there's only like 3. There's this. There's a scythe, and then there's the gun. I think it's like even Strife's gun. Anyway, Demon Edge. No, nothing here. I can afford yet. 180 orbit slash. A rising uppercut slash that will take both war and enemy up in the air. I kind of already have that. Ooh, power strike.
Nice sword.
Thank you. So you can level up each weapon in that way, but I think at each level you go up, of course, you know, it's more and more and more. And this is my memory of Darksiders 1, the vanilla version I played. If that stuff has been rebalanced a bit more in War Mastered, I think all of War Mastered stuff is, I can't believe I keep saying War Mastered. That's why I'm like kind of pissed that Darksiders 3 has not gotten a new gen re-release with some quality of life improvements and bug fixes. What would it be called? I might have said this in a video. I might have said this on Twitter. What would that be called? So just to reiterate, this one's called War Mastered. The Darksiders 2 re-release was called the Definitive Edition. What would Fury be called? I just don't think they've re-released that game on other consoles because they can't think of a clever way to do it. THQ Nordic. They should have a contest. They should announce that we're doing that, and we'll have a contest and then send us your best suggestion. That'd be dope. You can't tell me that wouldn't be cool. Oh, this is Jobber. Damn! Alright, so this is just the Phantom General. Not quite a menace, but this is an annoying little enemy. You'll have to fight him the one time here, I think. Unless there's some other variations later, I forget. But he starts blocking a lot. And just summons these guys, and it's like, okay. I guess you are a general. Yeah, I totally don't know what Darksiders 3 Special Edition would be called. It would just be probably like wind up calling it Darksiders 3 Furious Edition. Because you have to go by what are some other remastered names. So, like, just Remastered is a common one. Definitive Edition, right? But, like, after that, like, how many other terms get used for remasters? And, like, there's Reignited. You know, what is Fury or something with the word Furious? that has to do with like a word that's a re-release or a reissue. Re-furious? Let me know in the comments. There you go. Choppa choppa. I probably killed him a little too hard. And we're coming up, we're very quickly coming up to like my favorite character in Darksiders, I think. I think probably for many people. Nope. Drag it, drag it, drag it. This is always weird to me. There was already like a pool of blood going into this, the center of this platform, right? There's already one going. And I just moved another. And there's a third one here. Now, 3 is the charm. And we let loose this absolute Chad.
War. Are you here to play executioner? They should have sent all 4 of you.
I have no interest in killing you, Samael.
The tower is guarded by 4 of his chosen. Bring me their hearts. By land, you will never reach it. Find the high ground. With this.
Yeah, we got our cool edgy
And
shadow
bring me
wings.
her still beating heart.
That's Samael. He is he has the most step on me daddy energy I've ever seen. I just want him to. I'll do whatever you want, Samael. I'm gonna be honest with you. So I think he appears in all games. There might be one that he does. I'm trying to remember. I don't remember. Very Mortal Kombat, everything you're looking at right now, right? Just gargles, puking blood, spikes everywhere. It's very Outworld / Netherrealm. God. You know, someday we'll get another Mortal Kombat action adventure game. I would say have Gunfire Games or Airship Syndicate make it. So new ability is the Shadow Edge Flight or whatever. So wherever we can use that, let's use that. And this whole preamble, probably this entire video, is going to be just getting to the first dungeon, because it takes a while. And even then, I don't know if we're going to get there, because it's a really weird bunch of different like transitional areas just to even get to the first dungeon. It's not. I get the impression that this game might have also been open world at some point, or like semi-open world. Even though you can return here, obviously, with like map teleportation or something. And that's kind of why I dig Darksiders 3. I know some people don't like it because it's very much a Souls game, but it's like, that's what I love. It's a much easier, more approachable Souls game, but it's still the toughest Darksiders game on normal difficulty. But I love the level design in that everything's super interconnected. Like you can go from one area to the almost to the end of the game. Not quite, but something like that. And I was in love with that game's level design. But in here, it's a little more fractured. I think we teleport around via Volgrim, I think. That might have been Darksiders 3. Sorry. So it does I all 3 get mixed up in my head a little bit. Ew. Just these skull penises. I mean, I don't hate it. Look at him. Stay in there. Shadow and flight. Woo! Afternoon delight. Whoop. Afternoon delight. This is good if you're into a fetish and you're in these grounds. It's good for you. This area looks really nice, but I recall like this area is like really uninteresting in terms of gameplay. We just wander around. There's like maybe 2 spots to get something, and then I'm trying to remember. You have to do this really menial task, like some combat trials or something. Like there's not much you do here. Oh wait, but there's. So yeah, here they are. Not too tough to deal with. There has to be skeletons in a game like this. I think they would be sued otherwise. There's no skeleton enemies in your apocalyptic I was about to say Warhammer, Horseman, Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse game. And it's so weird that the actual Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse game is just called that, which I know I've talked about several times. I'd love to talk to someone who worked on that game. I've tried looking, but since it's like a early 2000s title, it's a bit tougher to find people that are still active in the industry that worked on that. But that game was gonna be more edgy than this, to be fair. And that you played as Abaddon, I think. Ooh, one of those dildos that Vulgrim wanted. Ah, his girth. Gotta respect it. And this is not a short game. Like, this is like a 20-hour game as far as my memory goes. But as we all know, maybe that's not the best. So I do like the Halloween vibe of this area. It's like a graveyard and there's spooky trees and everything. Nothing down there. Let us see. No, I'm too scared. War's too scared. No. No. Man, what type of big bitch is being held in these? It was so big. Who's in there? Okay, fellas. Oh shit, there's a lot of you actually. Oh, there's another big fellow. Let's do my farty trumpet.
I have come.
But a powerful curse holds me now.
Yeah, don't get me started on curses, bro. Oh no, this is the thing I was talking about earlier.
Within the realm of shadow.
I can no longer move within the Shadow Realm. Much of my power has left me.
Aw, sorry, dude.
Hope will not bring you freedom.
I mean, it kind of helps, though, to have hope. No? So he just does this weird shit with my eyes, and I think there's, like, these portals or something.
Find where these shadow lurkers hide and kill them all. It can't be that hard to find.
So I guess we know what the Watcher's favorite Metallica album is. So, yeah, it's these pillars of light, and you have to go in there and do these combat trials, and there's, like, 6 of these. I don't know. I think we'll do one, and then we'll probably skip the others in the edit. Yeah, exactly. That's what these are. Probably have to kill like 100 dudes or something. God, those remind me of the weird doors in both Devil May Cry and Okami. Yeah, if you do well at these, though, you do get bonus XP, which is certainly something. So, yeah, it's 40, which isn't, I guess, too bad when it's all zombies. Yeah, just swinging my sword, swinging my sword. Not doing anything but swinging my sword. Did it. So now I think I just have to blam on this thing for a little while and it opens up, I think. God, you scared me there for a second, Watcher. I think maybe a way to expedite this little mini quest is to make one location in the Shadow Realm to go into, and then you do like 3 slightly quicker events all in one area versus walking around to different parts of the map. Oh, there's another one. Walking around to different parts of the map, loading into one, loading out, and doing it like ad nauseum like that? No. I think just one area. Maybe it's a bit more well hidden too. And that could have equaled it out to just feeling a little less repetitive. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying. Venomous. Go for while your health depletes. Man. Alright, just die. Ugh. Alright, that was the longest one by far. You do get the block counter though. So you do essentially get a parry. So that's worth it for this quest, but
Oh, that was entertaining. Can we do it again?
no, please, no. Don't you dare. Again, I'm thinking my idea of consolidating all of these into, instead of 4 separate ones in 4 separate areas of the map, maybe just have the one, and then it has 3 tasks, and they're all a little quicker. I mean, what's this for? A curse? Blocking a big stone man? It's like, dude, curses can't hurt you.
Last of them. Let's get out of here.
Yes, please. Curse, just do what you want. Never mind what a curse does. It's like, don't let the curse be a boss of you. You know? You can go, you live your life. I'll always have the curse in the back of your mind. Don't forget it completely. But you can move. You moved a little bit when I called the horn. You can... Oh god, this is the wrong fucking way. Just go over the mini-map. The mini-map tells me what. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Brown. Alright, dude. Get up.
Ancestors pray.
Yeah, ancestors are great. Cool. He didn't even give me anything for it. It should have given me an extra thing. Oh, I just see him pop into reality one asshole. No, Ravager. Oh, I did get like a charm thing. Weapon enhancement. Weapon enhancements will be slotted into a weapon. Okay, cool. Guarantees souls for destroying environmental objects by any means. Huh. That's actually pretty good. Alright, still got a little ways to go before we can even get to the first main dungeon. The dungeon takes like, you know, a while. So yeah. Definitely think we're gonna cut it off there. But if you guys want to see more, maybe I could do the dungeon. I'm having fun. Right? I think the main thing about the Darksiders series in general that there is a sense of fun in all of them because all the material is edgy. It's not like depressing edgy. Like there's that comic book sensibility about it. I mean, with Joe Mad, you know, in there, that makes complete sense. Hello, little Batling. What you doing? They're all over the place. There's lots of cars though, so that's something. Oh, like he parried it? What was that? Okay. Alright, okay, we're done. Okay, cool. We're just like in this another sewer stink area. I'll make a little this combat arena. Oh, there's gonna be a lot. This is like wave 1 right here. Oh! Block count is pretty good. It's a really good looking effect. The time slows down just enough that it's not too annoying. It's not too time wasty. Oops. What about you guys? No? You're almost dead? Okay, cool. If there's another wave, then we're gonna need to jump ahead. Let's jump ahead. Oakley dokley. So what vista am I gonna be greeted with? Just a boring wall. Oh yeah, I think we're in a tunnel. And it leads out to what? Oh, the fucking like highway. Yeah, of all the horsemen, probably Strife is the only one that indulges. Can't imagine anyone else does. Oh, Volgrim's down there. Let's see if he has anything. The bat's like fucks off, just like no. I ain't going down there. Bats don't belong in caves. You nuts? Oh, a little safety treasure chest, just in case you need to top yourself off before seeing Volgrim. Hi. Yeah, let's do that. Just boost overall damage. And I can level up a couple. Devil's Cross. Oh, let's try the Whirlwind combo. And the 180 orbit slash, why not? What does that look like? Okay. That's the Whirlwind combo. Is there another hit on that? Hold on. Oh, okay, no, that's the 180 orbit. So that's good if someone's attacking me from behind. Yeah, that's pretty snazzy, right? Oh, okay, it's a whole sequence. Right. That's coming back to me a little bit. And it's all coming back to me. Yeah. Darksiders is still awesome, I have to say. But did you out there that are watching this video, did you think it was awesome? Do you think Darksiders holds up or not? Would you like me to play some more of this on the channel? I wouldn't mind at least maybe one more video of me going, I don't know. Sometimes dungeons are not the most fun, especially when you're an idiot like me. So I don't know. Let me know in the comments. I'll see if I can maybe get that to you guys at some point in the future if there's enough people asking with fervor, with fury, with strife, with war and death. Until then, we'll see what happens. But I will catch you on the dark side.